You made me feel insecure. You made me feel deeply unattractive. I don't want that when I come to a show, to be honest.
Well, all I can do is say it's my parents. It's genetics, and I don't really know what to say to that.
I mean, you are like the Broadway dream, aren't you? You've got that kind of classic boy look. You've got the amazing booming voice. And kind of I hoped that you couldn't sing, so I could kind of feel better that you would just look good, but you're actually not very good at what you did. But I can't even say that.
Actually, I've heard that a couple of times, that people have said, I was just hoping that he couldn't sing, and then, sorry.
Were you born singing? Because you have that traditional, mega, massive, booming Broadway voice, which I suppose every Broadway performer dreams of. Were you born singing?
I appreciate that. My mom, I was born, I'm from a really small town in Idaho, in the northwest part of the United States, and my mom taught us to sing when we were very little, 4 and 5 years old, so I was singing harmony when I was really little, and out in the woods with her guitar, and so kind of self-taught. And
well, congratulations on your role. You do it so well, and this is a stupid show. This is a silly show. This isn't Les Mis. This isn't something where you go in and invest in the show. You just sit there and let it all go by you and have a great time. Am I right in thinking this show is camper than Mamma Mia?
Ooh, well, that's a close one. It's super camp. It's the campiest camp that ever camped. But, so I love that it kind of comes at things from an angle, and it's not just like smack down the middle. Some people don't get the references, but I think that's okay.
Tell me about being you. I mean, I come to New York and enjoy the food. I enjoy buffets. I eat as much as I can. You become a bit of a salad dodger. You're out of the show, really, aren't you?
A saddle? I don't know what that is.
A salad dodger, someone who, let's say, prefers the burgers to the lettuce.
I'm learning a lot today. We work all day long, so when we go home, really all we do is hit the sack. I don't drink, occasionally on Sundays because we have Mondays off, but really you kind of have to live like a nun when you're carrying a show like this. It's a lot of singing, it's a lot of intense singing, and you really have to protect your instrument.
Do you ever question what the X factor was that got you the gig opposed to someone else?
This in particular gig I did the workshops for it. So while they were, and this is a very new project, it's only been kind of bandied around for the past year. So Douglas Carter Bean, who I'd worked with before, and Christopher Ashley, who directed me in All Shook Up, the Elvis show here on Broadway. So I had a relationship with both of them. I did both of the workshops. So the audition process wasn't like the normal audition process. It was kind of would you like to do this workshop? I came in, I did the workshop, and then they said, if it goes to Broadway, would you like to do it?
Tell me about the feeling of walking down the streets and seeing your picture in a poster or seeing the advert on TV. Is there any greater thrill than that? This is presumably what you've dreamed of all your life, to get here and to make it and to be the lead in a top show.
Yeah, it is. It's great, but it is surreal at first. I mean, my first experience with that was with All Shook Up 2 years ago, the Elvis show. I played the Elvis guy, and there was a poster, a billboard 4 stories high in Times Square of my face. So that was very strange, and mostly it's strange for your family and for your friends, and they give you a lot of, ribbing about it. And but you can't think about that too much or look too much into that, because then it just kind of gets you in your head and strange, and I kind of separate myself from that. But yeah, I mean, walking down and seeing my face on a poster or a picture, it's great. It is everything I dreamed of.
One of the things that I get depressed about with musical theatre is that you're so blessed, you're so talented, you work so hard, yet 99.9% of the audience leave the theatre not knowing your name.
Yeah.
Do you get bothered by that? Does that affect you?
I understand the way it is. I don't really get bothered by it, because you can be a huge Broadway star here on these 6 blocks, and then no one else in the country gives a toss who you are. I kind of like that anonymity, although I am kind of branching out in films and television now. But actually, the way things are moving, in order to get a lead in a new show, often you have to have some kind of recognizability. So it's kind of a two-edged sword.
Congratulations on being you. If I could just be you for one day, no, not even one day, just half an hour, I would use it for every possible opportunity I could get. It must be a brilliant, blessed life.
I can't complain. I work really hard, and I take care of myself, and you play the cards you've been dealt.
You're implying in that reply that I am deeply unattractive, or you would have said, no, you're not that bad. You see, I find that offensive.
That wasn't my intent at all.
Congratulations with the show. Xanadu's on, and it's here, and it's doing big business. If you want an alternative, I can't really compare it to anything, because I don't think there's not anything similar, is there?
No, I don't think so. It's one of a kind.
Xanadu's on 44th Street. It's the big new musical here on Broadway, and it's making people laugh. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
The Alex Belfield In Conversation podcast.
Alex Belfield.